3 years after one of the most sensational divorces in Asia, the balance of power between Song Hye Kyo and Song Joong Ki has completely reversed. In 2019, she was branded the loser of that high-profile split. But today, it is her quiet strength, composure, and artistry that have turned the tide. While her ex-husband continues to speak about his private life, the woman once portrayed as broken has risen again, not through words, but through grace and undeniable talent. 1. When the goddess was thrown into the storm. In June 2019, while attending a fashion event abroad, Song Hye Kyo received shocking news. Song Joong Ki had filed for divorce and announced it to the press without her knowledge. The revelation stunned the public, not only because they were the Song couple, the fairy tale duo from Descendants of the Sun, but because of the cold, calculated way it was made public. In Korean culture, the person who files for divorce first is often viewed as the one who suffered more. Overnight, Song Joong Ki became the victim, while Song Hye Kyo fell under suspicion. His vague comments, "I don't want to reveal details that might hurt others," fueled speculation that she was at fault. Soon after, baseless rumors of an affair between Song Hye Kyo and her co-star Park Bo-gum spread like wildfire. Despite denials from Park Bo-gum's agency, the damage was done. The nation's elegant goddess was dragged through scandal, while Song Joong Ki was painted as the heartbroken hero. It was the first of many silent strikes, and a wound few could have recovered from. 2. Silence, the misunderstood defense. While Song Joong Ki gave interviews and talked about his emotional pain, Song Hye Kyo said only once through her agency, "We decided to divorce due to differences in personality. Please don't blame either side." Then she disappeared. No press, no rebuttals, no tears. Many mistook her silence for weakness, or guilt. But that quiet was her first form of armor, her way of surviving the chaos. Meanwhile, Song Joong Ki's career flourished with Vincenzo, earning him praise as the man who overcame heartbreak. Song Hye Kyo, however, returned with "Now, We Are Breaking Up," a commercial disappointment that led critics to claim she had lost her charm. At that point, nearly everyone in the industry believed her era had ended. But they underestimated her. 3. When the spotlight was stolen again. By late 2022, Song Hye Kyo was preparing for her major comeback with The Glory, a dark, revenge-driven drama expected to redefine her career. Anticipation was high, many saw it as her long-awaited redemption. Then, just days before her press conference, Song Joong Ki publicly announced his relationship, and soon after, his marriage, to former British actress Katie Louise Saunders. The news dominated every headline, pushing Song Hye Kyo's return out of the limelight. Once again, the spotlight was taken from her. Many questioned the timing of the announcement, wondering if it was purely coincidental. But unlike in 2019, Song Hye Kyo remained unbothered. She didn't respond, didn't explain. She let the work, and the glory, speak for her. 4. The Glory, the comeback without a word. The Glory became an instant phenomenon across Asia, thanks not only to its gripping script but to Song Hye Kyo's haunting transformation. She played Moon Dong-yoon, a woman scarred by abuse, living for revenge. Gone was the gentle image of the nation's sweetheart. In its place stood a woman of ice and fire, calm on the surface but burning within. Every cold stare, every controlled tremor in her voice carried the weight of years of pain, both the character's and, perhaps, her own. It was more than acting, it was rebirth. Through this role, Song Hye Kyo reclaimed her narrative. The Glory wasn't just a hit series, it was her poetic response to all the whispers, judgments, and rumors of the past. She didn't need to shout. Her performance spoke volumes. The result, critical acclaim, global popularity, and the Best Actress award at the 2023 Big Zang Arts Awards. Luxury brands lined up again. And the world finally understood, silence, when held with grace, is power. 5. When the quiet one wins. While Song Hye Kyo focused on her craft, Song Joong Ki continued talking about his new wife, his baby, his changed life after divorce. But the more he spoke, the less people listened. His recent projects, such as Bogota and My Name is Lo Kiwon, failed to make an impact. Meanwhile, Song Hye Kyo's every appearance, a photo shoot, a red carpet walk, a brief interview, became a viral moment. Calm, elegant, unbothered, she exuded the quiet authority of someone who no longer needs validation. It was an ironic twist. In an industry obsessed with noise, the woman who said least was the one everyone wanted to hear from. 6. The victory of composure. Over 3 years, Song Hye Kyo rose from the ashes not through drama, but through discipline. She chose a different kind of battle: silence, patience, and self-focus. In an entertainment world where reputations change overnight, her calm became her weapon. She didn't just rebuild her image, she redefined what it means to be a divorced woman in K-entertainment, not pitiful, not vindictive, but resilient and self-assured. The loser of 2019 became the symbol of rebirth. Meanwhile, Song Joong Ki, once in control of the narrative, now faced career stagnation and growing public fatigue. Time, it turns out, was the fairest judge of all. 7. Conclusion: when silence speaks the loudest. Song Hye Kyo's journey is more than a celebrity redemption arc. It's a study in grace under fire. In a world where everyone fights to be heard, she chose to stand still, and that stillness became her power. She didn't defend herself, because she didn't have to. Her success did it for her. Today, the story of the Song divorce no longer ends in tragedy, but in transformation. The one who spoke less triumphed. And the woman who once seemed broken proved that sometimes, silence is the loudest form of strength. In the glittering yet ruthless world of Korean entertainment, few love stories have fascinated and haunted the public as much as that of Song Hye Kyo and Song Joong Ki. Once the ultimate power couple, their fairy tale romance that began on the set of Descendants of the Sun ended in an equally cinematic breakup. Years have passed, yet their names continue to echo together in headlines, fan discussions, and even casual gossip. But what's truly intriguing is how silence has become Song Hye Kyo's greatest weapon, and perhaps, her quiet victory. When the couple divorced in 2019, it was Song Joong Ki who broke the news first, through his agency. His tone, formal yet sharp, implied a sense of betrayal and finality. In contrast, Song Hye Kyo chose restraint. Her agency issued a brief, dignified statement citing differences in personality. That was it. No interviews. No emotional posts. No blame games. At that moment, public sympathy tilted towards the seemingly wronged husband. Song Joong Ki appeared calm but wounded, while Song Hye Kyo was painted as distant, even cold. Online discussions in Korea leaned against her. But in the years that followed, the narrative slowly, quietly shifted, and it was Hye Kyo's silence that rewrote the story. While Joong Ki moved on publicly, new projects, a new relationship, and eventually, remarriage, Hye Kyo rebuilt herself in silence. She chose roles that mirrored emotional strength and rebirth. From now, we are breaking up to her career-defining performance in The Glory. With The Glory, she didn't just act, she declared her return. Her eyes, once described as melancholic, now burned with conviction. Critics hailed her as reborn. Netizens, once harsh, turned admiring.